This is the most asked question by high school graduates for the past 2 decades, before dedicating 4 years of their lives spending time and money on a major that aren't even certain of. They tell you to get a 4.0 GPA regardless of cost, demand, or economics, while financing your education with an unthinking appetite for student loans.
I'm 35 and I have an outrageous student loan of $163,000, $160,577, and I just don't know what to do.
I have $200,000 of student loan debt, and unfortunately not a doctor or lawyer. I just got a business degree from a private school, and I'm currently making $45,000 a year just with my main job. I also have 2 part-time jobs.
They scripted your path, maybe even before you existed, letting you believe that it's the key to financial freedom.
And then, here comes your job, your success, that's been waiting you inside a cubicle next to a dozen of them, supervised by the one with the cruel behavior called boss. Showing him that you're willing to do whatever it takes while working overtime, keeping him flattered, just not to make your life miserable. Work 9 to 5, 5 days of 7. In exchange for a little paper called money. Slave all day repeating routinely tasks so you can pay the education you just finished, the clothes you just dressed, the car you just driven. And if you're lucky enough to earn a high-pay salary, save the leftovers for your future apartment that might cost you half of your adult life. Live paycheck to paycheck. Wait for the weekend. Trap 15 days once a year. But only when your paylords permit. Get a pay raise promotion. Spend in fancy restaurants. Party with your friends. Buy overpriced bottle of alcohol just to make yourself fulfilled. Trying to forget that you're living your daily nightmare starting Monday morning at 6 a.m. Remembering that you cannot quit after suddenly realizing that you are not what you own, but you're owned by what you own. Live like this till 65, while promising you a pension plan that you can spend it after you lost all your energy or health ignoring your youngster dream. And all that just because you tolerated a job you never loved for the last 4 decades.
Slaving for 40 years to live your last 15 years of your life with a little cash, without any energy.
Take a moment and remember one of the wealthiest people you personally know. That person might live in your neighborhood, the city you live in, or somewhere in your country. Take that moment to take a clear picture out of him. What does he do for a living? Does that person have a job? Or is running a business? What makes you think that you will become wealthy by going to college and getting a job? We haven't lost our ability to question things and investigate. Now is the time to question our education system. Let's do a quick statistical research done by the CNBC. Income for a family has increased on average in 1971 from almost $11,000 to $54,000 to today. That's a 5 times increase. An average tuition fees has increased from $2,600 in Harvard to almost $32,000 in a non-profit private school. It doubled 17 times. And public college tuition has increased from $500 to $9,000. That's an 18 times increase. Without forgetting calculating the inflation rate during the years. $1 in 1970 was worth to the purchasing power of $6.88 today. This means that today prices are 6.88 times higher than average prices in 1970, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics Consumer Price Index. To sum up everything that has been stated so far, for more than 40 years, college tuition has increased much faster than income and inflation rate combined. Why do you go to college? Why parents dip into their retirement saving and emergency funds to send their kids to college, while counting on their pension plan that they'll benefit from it until they're 65 years old? To get experience? Students are being taught business by a professor that never even ran a business. You can't be taught how to drive by a teacher that never handled the steering wheel. They want us to get a job, but unfortunately, students have given the impression that high grades have indicated that they are high achievers. But recent surveys have demonstrated that employers are looking for people who know how to work well with their peers and have actual visible education skills as well as crucial speaking abilities. To conclude, graduates aren't meeting employers' needs. Today, most of the world's richest people were college dropouts.
I think going to college is entirely optional. I mean, it's if you've got a good idea, I'd say drop out and try it out. You can always go back to college.
It's always there.
Yeah.
Most people are brainwashed when it comes to money. Go to school, get a job, work hard, pay your taxes, save money, get out of debt, buy a house, and invest in the stock market. Everybody who follows that program has been brainwashed.
A salary is the drug they give you when they want you to forget about your dreams. Because it's very easy to stay in that world where somebody is mitigating your risk. You just have to perform certain tasks, do them well for a third of your day, and they will feed you a salary. And you don't have to think about anything else. And that, for a lot of people, works. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's very noble. Great employees are extremely valuable to build enterprises.
According to a study shared by the BBC, long work hours are responsible for death for 745,000 people a year from stroke and heart disease. More than a dozen companies, including Google, Apple, and IBM, are no longer requiring applicants to have college degrees. While Apple is one of the biggest job creators in the United States, responsible for 2 million jobs in all 50 states. Today, technology has impacted almost every form of our lives. Education is no exception. Why do I have to do math while I have a calculator on my phone? Why do I have to pay to learn about history or any kind of information that won't even help me to build my career? While I can ask Siri or Alexa and they'll Google it for me in a second. Colleges have become an outdated system that isn't producing any kind of leaders to take over our society and economic system. They're producing mindless followers in exchange for high tuition fees. Today, everyone can learn anything online due to innovation. In just a click away. Education is education, whether you learn online or inside the sacred walls of universities.